Happy Monday. Heather Coleman here. First message, just go with it, guys. Mercury goes into retrograde today. It's already delulu cray cray. I have already had clients thinking they were coming at a different time than I thought they were coming. What else has happened? I can't find my aqua shoes. I've put my clothing on inside out today. You just got to go with it. Let's see. Doesn't it say spiritual gangster? I hope you guys are enjoying my shirt. We've got some cards here from the Fairy Tarot deck. I can't think of a better class of beings to help us work with the energies instead of resisting the craziness. Author is Radley Valentine. We're going to get right into some messages if I can remember where I put the cards. I can. There's hope. We've got the Seven of Winter. Winter in this weather. Running away from the truth. Running away from the truth. I don't think that Spirit is necessarily saying that you are running away from the truth. Maybe you're beginning to see the truth in a more clear way. Maybe there are people around you. This might be more past that have been denying the truth, and that's had a profound effect on your life. A really good example of this, and I've known people that have had this sort of thing happen. Let's just say a young person, a child or a preteen, has been sexually abused by an adult in the household. And that child or preteen approaches the parent to say this happened, and the parent doesn't believe them. Uh-oh, that happened to some of you. I'm really sorry. And it's going to be layers for you in healing that crap. And the crap family systems. And there's a lot being talked about nowadays about why many people in the young generation now, many are choosing not to have kids because of financial reasons. But also, I think this is the generation right now that is like, I see these toxic family patterns. That shit stops here. I am not continuing this ration of crap anymore. And I think this generation, there's a lot of people that are like, if I can't have a healthy marriage, I'm having no marriage. So I think we're going to see a lot more of this. With the Seven of Winter, I think when you ask yourself, why did I go through all this toxic, whatever I went through with my family, friends, whatever, so you can be a cycle breaker. I'm going to put my sunglasses on. I hope you guys don't mind, but it's really bright out here. It's a very nice day. I'm going to try not to shake the phone. It's so hot that I didn't want to rest the phone on the dashboard today. And, yeah, I think this works. So next card is our Three of Autumn, or Earth, in traditional tarot. So this card has a lot to do with skilled work and building a solid foundation. Summer, at least for many of us, is not always a time to see rapid growth on the outside of your life. But that doesn't mean you're not brewing a lot on the inside. Skilled work and building a solid foundation for so many of you. Some of you might feel like there just isn't a lot, if any, career growth happening for you right now, and you're wanting career growth. Maybe you're happy with where you are. I know I can relate to that, but it's not where you ultimately want to be long term. You know that you need more, want more, etc. The Three of Earth is telling us that that's going to happen for you, that you're on the right track, that you don't need to push so hard. You don't need to hustle. You don't need to try so hard, at least not right now. Enjoy the summer. Don't forget to play hard. You're a hard worker. Don't forget to play hard. Let's see what else. Changes in fashion for some of you. I think some of you are revamping your identity through the clothes you wear, the style of clothing you're wearing. Keep in mind that there are very creative ways to do this. You can make things. You can shop at thrift stores. And I feel like some of you are getting very creative, having a lot of fun with this. Next card is the Emperor. And I have to tell you, I really like the imagery on this, where you have image is someone who's holding what looks like a heart with warmth, fire energy around it, which would be creative energy from the heart center depicted here, and holding the world. So what's also happening with this is this individual is balancing their head and their heart to achieve something great in the world. And so often this card will come up when there is a need to become more organized. However, I'm noticing lately an interesting shift in the meanings of these cards, because today I feel that this card is coming through to say that you have achieved that. You have achieved a higher level of structure, organization, and discipline in your life. Again, this message comes through that if you feel like things aren't really moving in certain ways, it's just because things aren't really supposed to be moving right now. That doesn't mean things will not move for you going forward. I think we'll just get through the rest of the tarot before we draw a couple of the fairies here. We also have the Eight of Spring, a time to play, and this would be wands or fire or creative energy in traditional tarot. A time to have fun, things moving quickly, things coming up. We're also in Mercury retrograde. It's the first day today. Some of you might remember me saying in some videos over the last few weeks, watch for reunions. I'd love to hear if you'd had any, have had any happen. I get reunions with people literally every Mercury retrograde for years. A big one happened that I didn't even see coming, and I'm psychic, is my daughter, some of you know, has been in New York City for 5 months. I didn't know this was going to happen. She came home Saturday night to Albany area. She's back in the area. Talk about a big reunion right at the beginning of Mercury retrograde. So it can be a little chaotic and fuzzy, and talk about travel delays. The bus my daughter came in on was 15 minutes late. So just roll with the craziness. Don't try to overly control the things we think are what we can control. Just go with it. When a client of mine said, hey, I thought we were meeting at 2:15, I said, you know what? I thought we were meeting 3:15, but who cares whose end it was on, because another client canceled at 2:15, so I saw the other one at 2:15. Anyway, just go with it. Just go with it. Okay. We've got the King of Summer in this deck. This would be wands, not wands, cups, water, but I don't know, wands must have come through for a reason. Yeah, okay. So I feel like you're showing up as the King of Summer or water. Someone who has high awareness of their emotions and their own emotional process that allows you to, that trait allows you to be like the King of Wands. More of a master of your own energy as we are moving through this sped up time. We're in the year of the fire horse. Let's keep that in mind, where things are happening quickly. You might have some lulls, some quiet periods this year in your life, but then things just speed right up again. I think that's happening for a lot of you. I'm going to reposition the phone here because I didn't yet draw anything from our magical messages from the fairies. And I just want to, as we're doing this, I just want to circle back to what this means, that we've had for a couple weeks a lot of the fairies around us. We've got all cards that draw on the fairies as our main guidance system. The fairies are the ones that really help you move through unexpected things happening. Maybe you lose something and you don't find it until it's time to find it. Things get crazy. I mean, I will tell you, I can't find my aqua shoes. I taught 2 aqua classes today, and it drove me nuts because it's part of my routine. And so I just had to laugh. I'm like, it's really affecting me that I can't find my aqua shoes. But try to have a sense of humor about things, because what the F else can we do anyway? So keep this in mind, that the fairies are here to help you move through this energy. I do feel for many of us, there's a lot of chaos this week. This week especially, but I think over the next 3 weeks, for some of us more than others, there's going to be a medium to high amount of chaos. Try to have fun with it. Don't try to overly control the chaos. I'm trying to not drop the cards, because again, I know this energy is chaotic, which is why I'm trying to be doubly careful not to accidentally throw my fairy cards under my feet in the car. So I'm going to try to get both cards here. I'm sorry for the weird camera. When do I ever do this? But again, usually I prop this camera. But today, if I do that, I think it's going to overheat, and I don't want that to happen. So, oh yeah, perfect. Okay, we have, and now I don't know where I put the first card. I knew this was going to happen, you guys. It's just cray-cray. This energy is nuts. All right. Usually I don't have this much trouble selecting my own cards. I mean, I didn't even, they told me where the card was in the little pile, and I'm like, okay. Not the card I expected to come out. See, I'm not in charge of these messages. Pregnancy, okay. All right. If any of you are actively trying to have a child, I feel like this might just be one or two of you. It could be you or someone you know, probably already pregnant and don't know it yet. For those of you that are not trying to have a child, I feel like you are pregnant with an idea that's going to be really amazing. Maybe it's in the incubation stages. We've already had this message come through that even if you feel like things aren't moving, they are moving on the inside or in the imaginarium layer, the creation layer, the subconscious. And I think that's what this is about. I think each and every one of you that's going to find this video, you are pregnant with something amazing. Maybe a business that you're going to launch, maybe a project, maybe something you thought was out of reach, like a trip or something you want to create. You're starting to have visions of it again because you're already nurturing it. You're already gestating it. That's a good word. You're gestating it. So it's already in motion. It's almost like it's in the first trimester. So no one can see it. You got a flat belly, but doesn't mean there's no baby growing in there, figuratively speaking. But again, this does apply directly to a message about pregnancy if you are trying to get pregnant. If you've been trying to get pregnant for a while, I feel like it's going to work. If it's not already worked, like literally. I think that's only one of you. Or it might be someone you know. Maybe you're going to share this with someone. Yeah, I feel like one or two of you are going to share this with someone who's never heard my messages, and they're going to be like, damn, how's she know? I don't know shit. I just know what the guides are saying. I know what the fairies are saying. I don't know you. I don't know your life. But I know I can hear those fairies, like, dancing around. They're fun. The fairies are fun. Okay, final card, goodbye to the old, hello to the new. I feel like at least some of you have gone through a friend's cleanse where you just didn't see it coming and the end of certain friendships came. Maybe for some of you here, you have moved or a friend has moved geographically, and that's tough. That changes things, of course. But notice the title of this card starts with goodbye to the old, but then we have hello to the new. I feel like it's time for the collective that we are building new relationships. We are strengthening existing ones. A few months ago, I remember this message coming through that for many of us, you're going to find yourself crossing paths more often with people you've known a long time, maybe not super well, maybe people you've always liked, and you're becoming better friends with them. You're finding that you have even more in common than you realized, or now you have more in common at this stage of life than you did 6 years ago or 10 years ago, whatever. And so it's really a good time that all of you are making new friends, not just like maybe one or two friends at a time, but I think for many of you, it's, we're going to go and do something. Let's invite your friend along. Or, oh, someone that's never done this with us. Let's invite you with us, right? So it's a really good time for that. Or maybe friends and family. So the point being, I think we're going to have all of us, especially easy time this week, this month, of letting go of the old because of everything new that's coming in. And again, this talks a lot about relationships, but I think that applies to other aspects of life, at least for some of you. Maybe you miss an old workplace or activity or a job. Watch for something new coming in, or watch for that thing to come back into your life, but maybe in a bit of a different way. So I think that's about what we have today. I hope these messages are helpful for you. Those of you that live in the Northeast area, stay cool in this big heat wave we're having. I hope you get to take advantage of the beautiful weather. And please do not ever hesitate to reach out to me if you feel like you could use an individualized reading, or for that matter, a group. Please don't hesitate to ask any questions. And other than that, have a beautiful day, beautiful week. Namaste.